Can we all grow up? That's the message. That's the video. I could turn this off right now. Just, can we all grow up? Let people live their lives, especially if it doesn't affect you. You have to excuse me. Your boy Alyx, just Alyx. He's having a day. I just read the news. 14 children and teachers just got shot. A school shooting, elementary, here in Texas. The shooter, an exact copy of the shooter in Buffalo. Yeah, the same Buffalo supermarket shooting. The shooter at Buffalo that killed blacks, 18-year-old white male racist. Exact copy right here in Texas. 18-year-old white male racist. And here we are. We as wrestling fans, we have to deal with Ringside News, aka Steve Carrier, knocking AEW for putting their championship on a trans woman. Because transphobia still exists here in 2022, like racism exists apparently. When are people going to wake up and realize it's not the 1990s no more? Grow up! Right now, Steve Carrier, Ringside News, is trending for some dumb tweets, and I'm not going to post it here in the video. You can go watch it or read it, find it yourself. I'll post it in the thumbnail probably, but other than that, y'all want to go watch it? You want to go look for it yourselves? Do it. Do your own research. I'll read to you what it says. This one comes from Steve Carrier, who I think is the founder of Ringside News. He was responding to some person who said, "You aren't allowed to be transphobic." And he says, in a very transphobic response, hilarious. "Yeah, I don't think the first ever AEW Women's Champion should be a man. That's dumb as hell. It should be a woman. If you don't like that, eat shit." Well, Steve, you dumbass. It was a woman. It was Riho. Wasn't Nyla Rose. It was Riho, you transphobic fuck. And then he goes and posts the same thing on his Ringside News website, the Twitter, whatever the hell. On his website Twitter for Ringside News. That's what I was trying to say. Told y'all I was not in it today. Whatever. I'm not editing this out, by the way. This is going up clean. He says, "You are all mad, but Tony Khan put the women's strap on a male." And let me tell you, usually I don't like Twitter. I think Twitter is toxic as hell. This is one of those times I'm glad it is, because hell rained fury on this man. Wrestlers, fans from WWE and AEW all came together like the Mega Powers, brother. Ooh yeah, the Mega Powers came together, brother. And they took a steaming dump on Ringside News and Steve Carrier. So to all of you who thought this website was newsworthy, time to stop. Never was to begin with. Now I'm sure Steve Carrier will still have his followers. I think he works for NoDQ.com. Aaron Ripped. That might change. We got to stop embracing, supporting this mindset. And this isn't just about the guy, Steve Carrier, who's an asshole, clearly. You know, Denzel Washington once said, "Small minds talk about people. Good minds talk about events. Great minds talk about ideas." So here's an idea for you. What does someone being transgender do to you? What if, let's just say, your brother decides one day, "Hey, I want to go be a woman. I want to do the surgery. I want to do the process, do whatever it takes to, become a transgender, and I want to be happy with my life. I want to be able to look myself in the mirror and smile. And the one way I can do that is by becoming a woman. His body, his money. Would you mistreat him? Would you treat him any differently? I hope the answer to that is no. Otherwise, you're a piece of shit. Period. What bothers people about what others do with their lives? Who gives a damn if Nyla Rose was once a man? She's a woman now. She's a woman. Okay? And so what if they put the belt on her? Nyla Rose is a good wrestler. With Vicky Guerrero. Of all people, Vicky Guerrero. Groundbreaking. Transgender? We're supposed to love everybody. That's the plot. Okay? We're supposed to love our neighbor. We're supposed to support everyone. And if you don't like them, at least be courteous enough to let them live their life. What is going on in your life that you have to knock someone for doing something that has no effect on you? Financially? Doesn't affect whether you eat? Doesn't affect where you live? Doesn't affect your relationships? It has no effect on you whatsoever. So why are you going out of your way to knock them for it? I have friends that are transgender. I treat them just as equally as my family and my other friends who aren't. Am I going to be transgender? No. I like being straight. And guess what? My transgender friends, they respect that and they love that. So I reciprocate that type of respect to them. It ain't about what you do, what you feel like you should be. If you feel like you should be a girl when you're born a boy, if you feel like you should be a boy when you're born a girl, it doesn't matter. It's all about the quality of your character. If you aren't thinking like that, you are immature and a child. It is time to grow up. Time to grow up. Is that too hard to ask? I understand we live in a very toxic community, a very toxic culture, period. Social media, outside of wrestling. I get that. But God damn it, we need to learn how to be the change. Enough is enough. Can we please be the change that we want to see? You can't force someone to be less of an asshole than what they're choosing to be. People go through hard shit all the time. No one is exempt from having a hard life. But those who want others to have a bad day because they're having a bad day, they should just be removed, period. I don't got time for people like that. I don't make time, space for people like that. You want to have a bad day? Have a bad day. Do it over there. Don't come ruin my day because you're having a bad day. Don't go knocking my friends for what they choose to do because you're going through something. Sorry, it doesn't give you the right to treat others like crap. And you know what's funny? Nyla Rose responded to him. Completely knocked him. As she should have. She didn't need to. But you know what? It's really good on her part to be able to take that kind of stuff. Because I know certain transgenders that commit suicide over stuff like that. Not being accepted for who they are. Why do you care? Let people live the lives that they want to live. And those who don't, you know what? You're the type of people that deserve all the hell that you get. You deserve to have the pain that you get. For me. Just desserts. You don't need to understand. You don't need to like what Nyla Rose did. But if you are going out of your way to make someone feel like shit for what they do with their life when it doesn't affect yours, you're an asshole. And assholes deserve any type of hell coming their way. Whether it's you lose something valuable to you, whether someone hurts you. I'm not saying that is right. I'm just saying mess around and find out. That's all I'm going to say. So yes, I support Nyla Rose. I am completely in the corner of those who want to live the life that they want to live. As long as it's not hurting anybody. Nyla Rose isn't hurting anybody by being transgender. And so for Steve Carrier to say what he said, it just goes to show you how toxic and sadly out of touch a lot of these people are. And This is a guy running a wrestling website. Can we be done with Ringside News, by the way? Why are we even getting our news from them? Our sources. Why are people even sourcing this website? You got Sean Ross Sapp, who's really cool. You got PWI Insider. You got Dave Meltzer. You also got my boy over here from bodyslam.net, Cassidy Haynes. So many people. Wrestling Inc., Raj Giri. You got our girl, Denise Salcedo. There's so many people you can get your sources from. Why are you going to Steve Carrier? Transphobic. Openly transphobic. We gotta grow up. It's time to grow up. That's all I'm gonna say. Like the video, subscribe, hate on me. I don't give a damn what you do. That's all I wanted to say. Y'all have a good day. I'm out of here. Peace.